What's up, everybody? I'm Anthony.
I'm Chris.
And we're the Meeple People. But we're going by Monk and Cerrone. What happened to that? Anyway, right here, this is Pie Town. This game's put out by Renegade Games Studio. You would expect a game, Pie Town, especially with the cutesy art on here, to be like a family game. Nope. This is heavy-duty Euro fantasticness with dice, but without the luck of dice. You'll understand in a minute. When you set the game up, each person is going to make a secret recipe. So, as you can see on the box, it shows that you need to use 2 apples and a star. Stars represent rare ingredients. Those ingredients are bananas, strawberries, and pumpkins. We like to say nanners and pumpkins because we're losers, but you can just use whatever terminology you want at home. We already selected our secret recipe. You do that by taking the ingredients out of this awesome felt and embroidered bag that comes with the game. Lots of tokens in here. And you take 3, make sure it's 2 apples and a rare, put it in here. We already did it just to prove it. Got a little maracas going on right now. After you do that, you set up the orchard. The orchard can be set up for 2, 3, or 4 players. To set up the orchard, you reach into the bag, grab 2 random ingredients, put them in one of the hexes. We did this ahead of time because we don't want to waste your time looking at that, because
Watching us struggle.
no one wants to see that. We're already going to struggle talking about this. You don't want to get through it anymore than we do. So, after that, the game's set up. You put your tokens here on the point chart. You put your itty bitty little rolling pin that you might lose if you're forgetful. Don't lose it. It's cute.
Such a cute little counter.
It's the tiniest thing. Like, I thought it was a mistake when I saw it at first, but I'm like, oh, it's a rolling pin? Awesome. Then you randomly determine the starting player. The book says whoever baked the pie last. We at the Meeple People are not bakers. If we were, we'd have a Meeple cupcake shop somewhere, but we don't for that reason. So usually we'll use the die to roll and figure that out. But you get a little chef's hat standing right there. Little cute little thing. Get out. Never mind. I don't like it.
What?
Change my mind.
I'll take it.
So, on your turn, you have a ton of actions to choose from, but you can only take an action for each worker you have, and in this game, you start off with 2.
Yep. 2 workers, one starting at 2 and the other one starting at 3. Luckily, you have a bunch of rooms to move them around to start leveling up your little kitchen area, or even hire new workers if you need to.
So to hire a worker, you're going to take one of your die and place it in this cube. Now, there's a little -2 symbol. As you can see, on the top 3 spaces of your board, there's either going to be a negative or a positive. When you put a die here to do this action, first of all, the higher action is take one of your excess die that are off to the side and place it on the one side here. After you've done that, whatever die you placed here has to go down by 2. Now, as you can see, what I just did is not a legal play because you cannot wheel your die, so going down by 2 would technically put it on a 6. You can't do that, so if I wanted to do this, it would have to be with the 3 value die, and that would take it and put it down to a 1 because it's -2 from where it was.
The interview process was dreadful.
It was, but you know what? You're gonna love working at my bakery because if you didn't notice, I'm a fat Italian. Not only am I that in real life, I'm in it in the game. And keys to victory, no one wants to buy meat pies from this Irish guy.
You don't know that.
At least I reflect my character, Chris.
They don't have me in here just yet. An expansion, I swear.
Empanadas coming to Pie Town. So another action you can do is bake a pie. Actually, you know what? We're gonna skip that. Forget that. Storage. Your storage area shows how many ingredients you can keep. So this little apple here shows that we only have room for 8. Mm-hmm.
But in order to upgrade, you would have to move one of your workers into the upgrade station over here on the top right corner. And it shows you on the bottom left here that it would go down by 1. And you get to choose which room you would like to upgrade.
Just in case you didn't know at home, 3 minus 1 is 2.
Those poor people.
Math. It's fantastic.
There's a lot of that.
So after you upgrade, as you can see, Chris is going to move that little apple over. Now you have room for 14 ingredients.
Heck yeah, hit me up at that orchard.
Exactly. So you're probably thinking at home, how do we get these ingredients? Yggdrasil. Or the tree with fruit. Whatever you want to call it. The Yules in 2 days. We're excited. So another action you can take is the orchard action. So you take your die. My only die left is a 2. And I'm going to place it in one of these spots touching the hexes. Let's see. I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to take, you take tokens equal to the value of the die that was placed. So 2, I'm going to take this shiny red apple and a strawberry. And these are going to go into my storage, which, unlike Cerrone, is still at 8. He's at 14 already, even though he has nothing in it. He's playing this game wrong. After that, you see right here, we have the little +1. So after you take your awesome fruits, you're going to upgrade this die up 1 level.
Look at you.
Now, you have the fruit, you have the storage. Now, what are we going to do with the fruit, Chris?
Well, I gotta go to the orchard. I gotta make myself a pie.
All right, he's going to go to the orchard first.
I'll get me this cute little apple and a banana.
All right, so we're going to jump ahead a little bit after the refresh phase. Apparently, this worker wants to work right away, so he's going to bake. And somehow, I just scored myself 2 more fruit. You didn't see anything. When you bake, you take your fruits and you throw them into a pot. You basically take the tokens of what you want to bake with and put it in a pile in the middle. Now, the reason why you put it in a pile and you don't separate them from which pie is which is to keep your secret recipe hidden throughout the game. After you put the fruits down, we're going to make this one a little bit obvious. I have 2 commons and a rare. So I'm going to bake a pie and put it on one of the tables. So we have room for completely common, 2 commons and a rare, 1 common and 2 rares, and then secret recipes. So as you can see, 2 commons, 1 rare. Since we're not playing with 4 players or 3 players, pie is going to go right over here. Now, when the pies sit here, you're going to start building up columns and building up the bottom row. On the bottom of the table here, you're going to see sell all of one column or sell the bottom row. When you place a die there, it doesn't matter what does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. You place your die there and you're going to gain victory points and then draw 2 ingredients. So for each pie in each column, this column is 2, 3, 4, and then secret ingredients are 7, which is insane. That's a huge jump in points. Not only that, the value of your die gives you victory points too. So say if I had a 6 and I put sell the column and I had, I don't know, this out of pure luck, which is probably never going to happen in this game, I would sell 3, 6, 9, and then 6 would be 15 victory points.
That's where you would move your pie piece to the 15 marker on the board.
So basically in this game, you're going to be baking pies, selling pies, collecting ingredients, trying to get victory points however way possible. You can also go over here to assign a new starting player, or you can change some of the ingredients in your secret recipe. That's what this little thing does. And basically you have 10 rounds to make as many pies as you can, sell as many pies as you can, and get as many victory points as you can. You actually can overlap your opponents in this game. We found that out the hard way when Cerrone over here became It was basically an Iron Chef. I'm surprised the Food Network wasn't spying on us and they called him afterwards.
Should have. I was a beast.
It was insane. He lapped me. I ended the game with 41 points, and he ended the game with, I think it was, 170 or something like that?
Oh, yeah, it was really ridiculous. I think it was like 50 points ahead of everyone else.
I was horrendous. It happens. Nevertheless, I had a great time because this game is fantastic. And it's honestly, I didn't expect something like this from Renegade. Renegade gives us games like Clank, Flip Ships, Lotus, Lanterns. It's great to see something so heavy come from that company, but yet keep that cute, campy feeling at the same exact time. This is the first game we played at PAX Unplugged. Like, we walked through the door, and we were greeted by the board game pinup girl, and she's like, "You guys gotta play Pie Town," and we're just like, "Yes, we do."
Sold.
And we entered a contest to win it, but I bought it anyway, even before the contest was declared a winner. The game is fantastic. It even has a little chart.
Yeah.
Write your player name down. Process of elimination. They give you 4 dry erase markers too. You don't even have to worry about giving your money to Staples because we don't like Staples. Go to Walmart. It's cheaper. Little process of elimination. See how many of an ingredient they're playing, especially if they're only making one pie at a time. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into this game. A little bit of analysis paralysis at times.
Just a little bit, but I like that because you can like plan to sabotage your opponent just to
Yeah.
steal their little secret recipe,
Exactly.
which is amazing.
You can also spy on your opponent, which we didn't mention, but I'm going to now. Say Cerrone has a 2 on the orchard, and I go, you know what? I have a 5. Boom.
Just mounted.
I'm going to put my 5 on top of his 2. Not only am I going to take 5 ingredients from the connecting hexes, but I get to look at the difference in ingredients in his secret recipe. So, simple math again, 5 minus 2 is 3. I would know what his secret recipe is. And then he's going to be rushing to get a die on here to change one of those ingredients so that I don't have to I don't get to guess what his recipe is at the end of the game and get bonus victory points, because that's what happens at the final bake-off over here is you all bake as many pies as possible rapid fire, and then you can take a chance at guessing the secret recipe. And if you try and guess the secret recipe and you're wrong, you lose points, because that's what you get for trying to know everything.
That's too extreme.
It's a fantastic game. We love it. We've only played a full run through twice.
Yeah.
And it's great. Like, it's one of my top 10 games of the year, hands down. It's not that expensive. I think this was $50, I believe, and you get a ton of dice. There's 4 players. Each player gets 4 dice. And these are good quality. Like, you hear that? Like, they're heavy. Oh, God, just great game. Renegade knocks it out of the park again. Again. So, I give this 2 key lime pies up.
Oh man, blueberry pie. That's
Oh,
what
yeah, because you like the purple has blue. All right, so you have apple pies, key lime pies. Yellow has. No, this is cherry pie. Yellow has apple cinnamon pies. And then purple just
She went
look
all
at
out.
those.
Yeah.
You want to eat these tokens. It's so good. Oh, go out, go to your favorite local game store. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was
It's
thinking.
so good. Go to your favorite local game store. Ask them to get this in if they don't. Buy it. It's great. You're gonna play it a lot. Outstanding. Knock it out of the park. I can't stop talking about this game. It's
Definitely,
so good.
it's a good time.
So, I'm Anthony,
And I'm Chris.
and we're the Meeple People. Go eat some pie.
Hell yeah! Stop filming. Let's play.